This is a counter variation to your opponent's high body lock or high body brace. It's called a head wrap. So I'm going to start out initially preventing these legs from coming in. This is a pretty dominant position, hard to get out of if he has a good lock on. So I'm going to hook one of his legs, the inside of the well of his knee. Okay, that's going to ideally prevent this leg from having any kind of action. I post my hand on the opposite hip. So if I hook this leg, I post my hand on the opposite hip. Again, trying to prevent this leg from having any action. And then next I'm going to go bring my hand in. I'm going to get some space, wrap my arm all the way around his head, around his opposite arm. I'm going to hit down and bring my hands together. And this is my head wrap lock. So my hands are going to come through and I'm going to lock it up. Figure 4 grip, especially with gloves on, you'll be on a figure 4. No gloves or MMA gloves, you have more chain link, crab hands. But right here, figure 4. So he has that high body brace. I hook, pin the hip, bring this down his neck and wrap it around both arms, lock it up, drop the hips, and then here again there are your knee circles. So high body brace. I hook it, pin the hip, wrap this all the way around. So I'm going to grind it right through his face, real tight. Grind it right through his face, around the other side, over his opposite arm. So I'm going over, right through his armpit. Drop my hips, lock it with my opposite hand, and then I look to strike from there. Again, high body lock, get a hook in on either side, pin, grind this arm down through, wedge it across his face, wrap it around his head, go under or over his armpit, real tight, bring this opposite hand and lock it. Drop your hips. Okay. That'll help release the grip. Once you drop those hips, you get heavy, elongate those arms, weakens the arms, and they usually lose that grip. So one more time. High body vice, high body lock, hook one of the legs, getting that inside, your foot is curled inside the well of the back of his knee. You pin the opposite hip. Opposite hand, gonna grind right through his face, over his head, in through his armpit, lock with the other hand, drop your hips. And this is your head wrap. Clinch counter to the high body vice or high body lock.